94.5 FM.
Brandon Medina and Michael Jimenez on The Fantasy Guys. Brought to you by RDK Advisors.
San Antonio, what is going on? It's your man, Brandon, Big, Poppy, and Medina. The church is open. Happy Sunday. Another NFL Sunday. Week number 4 is here. I got my man, Quinn, the Cowboy. Hudson, what is going on, brother?
The champ is here. What's up, Brandon? It's Sunday fun day, man. We are right up on it. You know my Cowboys play early, so the adrenaline's already hot, baby. We marinating meat already because it's time to go.
That's right. We got Cowboys on your side, my Vikings, all at noon. So the heartbreak or the success will come early. We'll know very early on.
Yeah, we're going to stir the pot early
on. But it is October, so with that being said, we got to get into some of the spooky news first. Who is out? Who is in? If you are a Titans fan or a Titans fantasy football player, it's going to be a different look. It might not be too bad. You got lucky. You're playing the Jets.
Yeah.
But Julio Jones, out. A.J. Brown, out. Very dangerous. Do you think the Titans can still beat the Jets without those tandem wide receivers?
I absolutely do, and it's hard for me to admit it's because of the person that's running that ship. I believe in Tannehill. I believe that he is going to orchestrate that offense. You don't have to take too many high risks with this team. Right. You still can ground and pound, and you still got your defense to keep you in it. And the Jets, man, is it safe to say that they might be better right now if they had Sam Darnold still?
Oh, man, I don't know. Listen, you got to give these rookies some leeway, brother. You know what I'm saying? As Michael Jimenez jumps on, greetings from the Superdome over there. My man is out there.
Now, hold on, Brandon. Michael told us yesterday he was going to hop on. Now, I got to believe. Now, I know Baton Rouge. He probably had a couple of Gator teas after that game.
A couple
of Gator teas. Yeah, and that voice don't sound like that normal Michael Jimenez. That's probably why he's doing this on streaming like everybody else can, too.
But we wish him the best and safe travels back. We'll see him next week. But today, you and I are riding the ship. So they're out. Russell Gage for the Falcons is also out. Obviously, somebody to keep looking. Dalvin Cook is active.
Hallelujah.
So he is active. He is playing. A lot of people are waiting for that one.
For that one.
Oh, I know it. So he is active. Chase Claypool, another big one that is out. This means for me, Deontay Johnson is a must start. The dude gets 12 targets when Claypool's playing. Imagine those targets. Now, Juju's still not fully, healthy to his health. So Deontay Johnson for me is an absolute must start, especially in a game like that where they're going to be playing behind most likely. So I like Deontay Johnson today. Those are going to be the big people that are out today. Of course, McCaffrey is out. Do you trust Chuba Hubbard?
Not at all.
Really?
No, not at all. And
I thought he looked really good from what we saw.
Well, I think so too, but now you're going against an opponent that's going to be offensive firepower. I think it's going to change the landscape on how they have to run their offense. So to me, I see that to be a disadvantage for him this week.
So to me, I believe Chuba Hubbard needs to be a start in every league, at least at flex if you can. If you picked him up, you picked him up to play him because it's a 1 week, 2 week.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You picked him up because you needed a running back or something to play.
True.
So I would play him simply for the fact that the Panthers make Mike Davis look good whenever he foot in for it. When you're getting that McCaffrey workload, you're going to be fantasy relevant. It might not be 30 points, but it definitely could be in the RB2 10 to 15 point range.
You're trying to get my blood pressure up.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Mike Davis didn't go against Dan Quinn's defense, though, baby. The Cowboys is going to put some weight on it. Dak is at the helm, baby. We putting points up. You're not running the ball today. You're going to have to get on them track shoes. You have to keep up. We putting points on the board. You ain't heard?
Oh, my goodness gracious.
It's our year.
This isn't the Eagles running Miles Sanders 2 times. This is a 3-0 squad, all right? And let's not get it twisted of what Austin Eckler did to them boys just 2 weeks ago, all right? He had a great game, had 9 receptions in that game, if you forgot.
I do remember.
Okay, so all I'm saying is if we're in a PPR league, don't worry about the Cowboys. Go ahead and play Chuba.
All right, we're talking fantasy, not real life. So yeah, you're right. Fantasy. I got to stay in the context of fantasy.
Come on now. So with it being October, though, before we start answering questions,
yes,
we're going to get into Blessed He Who Starts, all that good stuff. But with it being October, who are some of your spooky plays of the week? Some of those plays that it's October now. listen, you can, if you need to run the risk, whether it's daily fantasy and maybe you want to spin a little bit, or you have that flex spot, you're losing Chase Claypool. Maybe you had Julio Jones and Chase Claypool, and you had Russell Gage, or you had McCaffrey and you don't have nobody. Who are you playing? That's a scary start. For me, Jameson Crowder, he's back. Listen, he's been hurt for
right
a
out
while.
the gate.
Right? I'm just saying, if it's an absolute must,
Gotcha.
right? If there's nobody else, that's why he's a spooky start. Would I start him? Absolutely not. But if you must, he's a PPR machine. We've seen that in the past. When healthy, he's going to be probably playing the slot more, which is great for him because Corey Davis got that out route. So I think Jameson Crowder could be interesting, but the reason he's a spooky start, you could get 10, 15 points, or you could get one catch for 2 yards. I have no idea, but it could be there.
If I got to go with a spooky start, I say it's going to be Jacoby Myers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I see, first of all, I believe that the Patriots are going to have to air this out. Okay. They're going to have to throw the ball. I see his targets going up. They're going to play from behind. They're not going to be able to play this safe game that the way they've been doing with Mac Jones. I believe the Patriots are going to have to be a little more aggressive offensively to play into keeping up with Tampa Bay, who is going to have Antonio Brown back. So I see them to you're going to have Brady doing his thing. So Jacoby Myers is going to get his targets. I see him getting the touches. And by the way, Tampa Bay's secondary, not 100%. So to me, this is the one that I would, if you got him, I don't even see him as a wide receiver 3 play. I see him as a wide receiver 2.
Wow.
Yeah, this week.
Okay, well, we have some questions already coming in. Let's get those answered. So we have Waddle, Renfrow, or Chuba for the flex position. Listen, Jalen Waddle looked incredible last week. Renfro's been as consistent as any wide receiver in the league. I think he's putting up 10 points, 12 points. I mean, just his floor is a PPR flex.
True.
Chuba Hubbard, we don't know. Out of these two, I would limit it to Chuba or Waddle simply because of the relevance in the offense. They're going to get touches, whereas Renfro's going against the Chargers, tougher defense. Not sure how that's going to work out into them. But for me, I would say it's a toss-up, but I would go Chuba Hubbard simply for the fact that they're going to be dumping off that pass for Sam Darnold to him to get PPR points.
Yeah, so I get that point of it. I'm going to go with Waddle, but depending on who your opponent is and where you're actually needing these points to come by, if I need to be able to pencil in 8 to 10 points, I'm going with Waddle just because I feel like that's something I need to plug in. But if you have an injury or somebody out and you're having to go for something a little more aggressively, then I can see why you would go down that road.
I'll tell you what, look at your projections, okay? And if you are favored to win and you need a good floor, do Waddle. If you are favored to lose and you need the potential, go Chuba Hubbard.
There you go, man.
You need the boomer bust.
Are you just trying to get on base? Are you trying to move some people around?
Exactly. You got to figure out that boomer bust.
Yes.
Don't overthink it. What do you need versus what do you want? You know what I'm saying?
You just preached in the church.
Listen, come on. Church is open, baby. Can I get an amen?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Jeez. So
Amen.
we got Sean Harris over here as well saying half-point PPR flex, Rondale Moore, Leonard Fournette. So this is a dangerous one right here. Because Leonard Fournette, he's there. He's a viable option. But you're constantly running into the work because he can have those goose egg games.
They can.
He can have those games that just where he does not show up. So for me, I'm very nervous, but against the Patriots, I wouldn't be. My only thing is he's been getting good receptions, so I'd be rolling with Fournette simply because at worst, you might be getting three receptions, but maybe you get an end zone carry, you get a touchdown, it saves the grace.
Yeah, I think Rondale Moore is going to have his hands full this week. I do believe I don't think the Patriots and the Buccaneers game is going to be close. I think the Buccaneers are going to open this up, and it's going to be a wider margin of victory. Therefore, Fournette in the second half is going to get more play. I do see them running the ball more with Fournette down the stretch, and therefore I would go with Fournette.
Okay, sounds good. Then we got Kareem Hunt, Michael Pittman, or Fuller for a flex. This is between Kareem Hunt and Michael Pittman for me.
It is.
Michael Pittman's the number one there. Looked incredible, but Kareem Hunt's going against my Minnesota Vikings, and they cannot stop the run or running backs passing. And he just came off like a 23.5 point outing. I would go Kareem Hunt for the flex.
I'm such a fan of Kareem Hunt. I believe that they don't have a one and a second back. They just have 2 first backs, and at different times of the
Very
game,
true.
they get featured. They get to eat. They
Yeah.
both eat. I'm going with Kareem Hunt. Anytime I've got to play him in, I'm going to do it.
I like it. I like it,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We're making moves. So with that, let's get into a little bit of blessed is he who starts. So when we're talking about starters, main starters that you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are some names that you think absolutely need to be in lineups today?
This will show you the depths of my conviction by this first player that I'm going to mention, DJ Moore.
Wow.
Got to play him. Obviously going against my beloved Dallas Cowboys. Why would I do that? Because I believe first and foremost, the Cowboys are going to put up points. Carolina's going to have to throw this ball. I also know that Diggs is on the other side, being a very opportunistic quarterback who's been doing well, a pick in every game this year. So I do see that they're going to have to move the ball around. I think that might hurt Anderson more than it'll hurt Moore. I see the Carolina throwing more than they do, but I definitely see DJ Moore eating for this opportunity. So you're going to get some ISOs on the opposite side of the field, the way they roll the coverage. So yeah, I'm going with DJ Moore. I actually think he's going to be one of the top performers this week.
Okay. Listen, DJ Moore has been one of the top performers, period.
Yes.
Of fantasy football in general. And so for me, it's not a surprise to hear that. Obviously, I'm really pushing for DJ Moore. I have lots of stock in DJ Moore, so I want to make sure he's doing his thing. I don't think the Cowboys are as scary simply for the fact that DJ Moore does not really catch passes in coverage. It's a lot of comeback routes,
Right.
a lot of slants. It's nothing, or deep routes, of course. But Sam Darnold looks like he's been really taking charge of this offense.
Yes.
I agree with you. I think DJ Moore is a must play for me. And this is another spooky one because he hasn't been there, but today's the day he gets back. As a matter of fact, I am willing to put my fantasy relevance on the line right now.
Wait a minute.
Jonathan Taylor will finally be a top 10 back this week. Listen, going against Miami, one of the worst defenses against the run, Jonathan Taylor is going to have himself a day. Listen, success is when preparation meets opportunity. He's been getting 15 to 16 carries a game. He's going to do it. He's going to get in the end zone. If he gets in the end zone, he's going to be a top 10 back. That's it. I mean, go look at the previous games. One end zone carry would have changed the scope of where he is right now.
He is the proverbial Lucy kicking the football every week.
Every
just
week.
Tantalizing to
Every
feel like
week.
it get just so close. He's something. You ever go to a barbecue or somebody's cookout and there's something about the seasoning that's missing? You don't want to say nothing, but you know it's something that's missing, and you just respectfully ask for the Tabasco so you can spice it up. That's him. Something's missing with the opportunities that he's not getting. There's a reason they don't call his number when they should call his number. I don't like that at all.
I understand it. And listen, I don't like saying it, but I'm just saying if there is somewhere for me to be right,
yes,
and you got to take the opportunity, right? You got to do it.
Yes.
It's that one. And then the other one is the no-brainer. Your wide receivers are out. Derrick Henry is going to have probably going to break 30 touches. He's going to get absolute the workload. And then I think when you look at just the opportunity again, where it meets, I think Myles Gaskin's not a bad play today either. Jacoby Brissett definitely likes throwing the ball a little bit more. You could see that Mike Gesicki benefited a lot last week from it. So I could definitely think that could be a big one. Also, Rob Gronkowski, of course, is out. And I believe that he cracked a few ribs and one punctured a lung. So make sure to please keep him in your prayers and also watch out for that injury. He's been dominant this year in fantasy football, and you're not going to see him today and probably not for a while, I'd assume.
Another reason Antonio Brown might be an appealing in a lineup.
Could be. It could be. Now, he just came back from COVID. We're not going to think he's going to be the COVID injury reserve. So
right.
He should be good to go. He's not coming off of an actual physical injury.
Right.
I would be interested to see how he plays into the game plan, but I think the Patriots are going to let these wide receivers go pretty easy.
Well, and that's one of the things. I actually think Tom Brady is petty enough, remember
to just go drop 50 on the Patriots.
Yeah, and to let Antonio Brown stick it to the Patriots, being that he had the opportunity to be there with the Patriots and that fell through the floor.
You're right. We'll see, but we have all that plus our favorite scary movies now that the season is here. The season to get spooky, the season to get crazy. We have all your best bets coming up, though. Let's talk about making you some money right after this, followed by who you need to bench and also who needs to be on your waiver wire outlook for the future. This is the Fantasy Gods. That is Quinn Hudson. I'm Brandon Big Papi Medina. This is the San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 94.5 FM, and on the go at sasportsstar.com.
I'm more resourceful than I thought.
My suit can still make an impression.
My video games are still game changers.
And my lamp can bring others a bright future.
Because when I donate my stuff to Goodwill,
it helps fund job placement and training for people right in my community.
Now my stuff gets a second chance.
And will give someone in my community
a second chance too.
Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. That's goodwill.org. This message brought to you by Goodwill.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code BILL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your first fill up. You can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BILL for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. That's code BILL.
Texas Cheer Liquor, your one-stop shop for beer, liquor, wine, and cigars. Follow them on Facebook to keep up with specials and tastings. 4 locations, 2 on Petranco, 1 past 211, 1 in 90 in Montgomery, and the all-new Texas Cheer Liquor next to Walmart, Palo Alto Road, Suite 101.
Hi, I'm Gerald McRaney. Is there anything you wouldn't do to live longer or feel better? Would you make a few simple changes in your lifestyle if you knew it could save your life? Take cholesterol. A high blood cholesterol level can cause strokes and serious heart disease, but exercise and simple changes in your diet can reduce cholesterol and make you feel better.
For your free booklet, visit the Will Rogers Institute at wrinstitute.org or call toll-free 877-957-7575 and find us on Facebook and Twitter. The Will Rogers Institute, since 1936.
Welcome back to the Dog Show. Up next, we have Satchmo. Satchmo is a member of the Shelter Pet Group.
That's right, a group known especially for their couch-snuggling, ball-chasing, face-licking, and, of course, companionship. Now, let's see him in action.
Look how he makes eye contact with his person.
That's actually known as the treat stare.
How intuitive, and now he appears to be excitedly turning in circles.
Ah, the happy dance so common with this group.
But really, the best way to know an amazing shelter pet like Satchmo is to meet one.
Visit theshelterpetproject.org today. Adopt.
Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Oh yeah, San Antonio, it's about that time. Welcome back to the Fantasy Gods. The church is open. It is a beautiful Sunday for football, and we are talking fantasy football, always having a good time. I'm Brandon Big Papi Medina. That is Quinn Hudson, and I believe, Edwin, we have a special guest on the line. Is that confirmed?
It's confirmed.
It is confirmed. Well, let's toss it to the lines. I believe we have our other fantasy guy joining us from Louisiana himself, Michael Jimenez. What is going on, brother?
What is going on, my man? You did not think I was going to call in?
Oh, my. Quinn was scared. Quinn was getting nervous.
You dropped the hello on the stream. That looked like one of those what you doing texts. Like, what's on, man? I need to hear your voice. You down there in the boot. We don't know. We know that city don't sleep.
Oh, baby, man. Last night, went to the LSU Auburn game in Death Valley. Was amazing. Did the hour drive from LSU over to the Superdome. So, gonna make my way into the stadium right now. So pretty freaking excited, my man. Pretty excited.
I love it. Now let me ask, since you will be there, I'm assuming we're placing some money on the Saints against the Giants.
You know what? I can't do that, man.
You can't do the home bets?
Can't call it superstitious. I don't care, man. I just can't bet for or against my team. Just not going to happen. But I do have Alvin Kamara starting on a couple of my teams, and I have New Orleans Saints defense. That's the most amount of betting I will do on my Saints.
That is hilarious. So right now we're talking our best bets. Obviously, you and I are the degenerate gamblers of the group, and we're slowly bringing Quinn into this lifestyle that we all hate but love. So when it comes to betting, do you have any bets, Mike, that you are looking to take today?
You know what? I really don't, man. It's one of those things where I'm taking the week off from being a fantasy god.
Good for you.
Being just being a sports fan, man. That's just basically it today. I haven't been to a Saints game in a long time. This is my team. But now that my daughter's at LSU, I have a reason to come out here and be in Louisiana. But going to check out the game, going to hang out, get some Creole food in me. Maybe could take a couple of drinks in at Bourbon Street and head on back home.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Michael, have you ever been to a sporting event that had more people than were at the LSU game last night?
That's a great question. I don't think I had, man. That was amazing. The LSU game, dude, before the game started, they had 3 people parachute onto the field with like sparklers, man. They're like flares in the air. One had a big U.S. flag. The other one had an LSU flag, and the third one had a POW flag. And it was amazing, man. So many people. I surprised my daughter and some friends because I told them that we got nosebleed seats, but we ended up on the 3rd row over on the 10-yard line. So it was an amazing experience. Got to experience the tailgating. It was just miles and miles and miles of people. But unfortunately, LSU lost it at the end. It would have been a perfect night if LSU had held on, but it was still an experience, man. It was amazing. I'd never been to an SEC game before like that, so I'll be sure to at least come at least once a year while my daughter's in school here.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a fun time, at least on TV. I'm sure it was fun not only at the game, but at the activities afterwards, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I've heard the song "Callin' Baton Rouge" like 8 times this weekend.
Uh-oh.
They play it at restaurants. They play it at that Garth Brooks song from the '90s. They play it at restaurants. They play it at the field. I mean, it's just repeatedly that song is on. But it's great, man. But I'm about half a mile from the Superdome, walking my way in. I'm excited, dude. I got the beads on, got my Saints hat, my Saints shirt. Gonna be a good day, man.
There it is.
Well, they're playing NFC East, so I'm gonna say go Saints, baby. Go Saints.
That's right.
Hell yeah, man. Well, you have a wonderful time, man. We will talk to you soon. Please get back safe. We look forward to seeing you next week when we get going with the Fantasy Gods again, my man. Have a great time.
Take care, Mike.
Yes, sir. Hey, great show, guys.
All right, take it easy. So, with that being said, my man, Quinn.
Yes.
You are being introduced a little bit here and there, right? Getting little bite-sized chunks of this betting life.
Yes.
And you said you even have some friends who like to gamble quite a bit as well.
They're into it, man, and they're sharing it with me. But see, you guys actually are a little bit more forward-thinking and looking at the parlays, and I'm just putting my toe in the water. So I look at the sure bets of where, and it's okay if I get just a little bit winnings. To me, that's my staging process, right?
Yeah.
So I look at a couple games that I feel like they're locks to me based on what I see against the opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one I like Baltimore against Denver.
Now, Denver's looked very good.
Against whom?
No,
Jacksonville.
I understand.
The Jets.
I understand.
The Giants.
What I'm saying is Denver definitely does not look like a bad team. And don't sleep on they have a lot of boom players on offense.
Fair enough. I like that. But I also believe Baltimore is coming off. I think there was a resurgence of confidence that Baltimore got by their victory over Kansas City.
Right.
And I really like, this is going to be the toughest opponent Denver's faced to date.
For sure.
And I do believe, so I like that 1 point, that 1 point, I do believe Baltimore can get that game.
I agree. I will say though, there were some questions about Lamar's back. He was questionable coming into this game. Obviously, we want him to be okay, and barring any setbacks, he should. That running game has not gotten going at all.
No.
But I think when you have Lamar Jackson, you have a cheat code like that.
Yes.
I agree with you. So you're taking him, and then you and I are both taking a bet that we like simply for the matchup, but also it feels like a sucker's bet because of the injuries on the squad.
Yeah.
So me and you both like the Tennessee Titans, not just to win it, but to cover -6, which is
it's tough because if you go through the injury report, you're like, well, what are you thinking?
So I have them in a bet as well at -6, and then I also have them in another bet where I teased it down to -3. I was like, maybe a field goal makes more sense.
Gotcha.
Than a full touchdown.
Trying to have a little more rational.
Yeah, to have a little bit more rational. Yeah, exactly. But though your bet with the Titans -6 and the Baltimore Ravens, if you want to take Quinn's bet, $20 would win you $52. So not too bad. You could go on a date night. There you go with that money. So total, you have a $72 return with that because you get your money back, of course. So
I'll be like, baby, go and get an appetizer with that, baby. Get an appetizer. We're doing it big tonight.
Hold on. You said, you know what? Forget the half the cheese fries. Give me the full order of them cheese.
That's it. One for her and one for me.
That's that Presidente Margarita over there at Chili's.
Top shelf, baby.
Ready to roll. Now for me, my parlay that I have, and of course, a little bit more, but I have the Chiefs money line against the Eagles. I have the Buccaneers money line against the Patriots, and I have the Tennessee Titans covering that -6. $20 wins you about 45. So same thing. Obviously, they're favored a little bit more. So Quinn might be is in the bigger bet range simply for the fact that the Ravens are even to win with the Denver Broncos. I agree with all of your points. But sometimes Vegas just knows things that we do not. That's just
true,
how it works.
They
So
say the house always wins.
That's right. So for me, another lock that I like a lot, aside from the Titans, one that just to me can go either or, but because of injury concerns and their lack of boom plays to me, the Seattle Seahawks +6. I teased it up to +6 against the 49ers. It feels like, I mean, to me, when you, I don't think they're not regular +6. I think they're +3 or something like that. But for me to tease it up to +6, that feels safe simply for the fact that one Tyler Lockett touchdown, a DK Metcalf touchdown, Russell Wilson doing Russell Wilson things. Let's be honest, Jimmy G is not going to be the greatest. Trey Sermon didn't look too great last week. I'm just saying.
Do we know who Seattle is?
That's what I'm saying. Do we know who San Francisco is?
I don't think we do.
This is a complete.
Ooh,
it's a complete. Let's just see. But I would put my baskets in Seattle's simply because San Francisco, now that we're in October, somebody's doing some witchcraft Santeria stuff because they're always injured over there at San Francisco.
They are.
I don't know if a Cowboys fan just holding on to grudges from the past.
Oh, we never let that
or
go.
what it is, but San Francisco.
Dwight Clark is dead to me.
San Francisco always has injuries, so that's one that I like. And then what do you think? The Colts and the Dolphins. The Colts are +2.5. What do you think with Michael Pittman and then Jacoby Brissett, former Colt, over there with the Dolphins? What do you think about that game? Could you trust Miami to take that, or do you think the Colts are the better pick? Because I have the Colts.
I would go with the Colts.
Now I tease it up to +3, but just point
I would be more comfortable with the Colts defense against the Miami offense. That's the difference maker for me in that particular pick. Wouldn't be one that I'd want to go with just because I don't have a lot of confidence in the Colts offense.
Right.
Just to know what they're going to actually put up, but they've got the players.
So
you talk about boom plays. They've got the potential to do that.
I agree. So is it fair to say that our lock of the week would be the Tennessee Titans at -6
with the injuries? Yes.
With the injuries. Well, listen, it doesn't matter when you're facing the Jets. The Jets do Jets things.
This is true.
This could go wrong. We might be wrong for the first time on the show in a while as far as our lock. This is the lock. I like it. And then one that I'm putting out there for the other degenerate gamblers who really are just looking for another team, and it's awful. It's not good at all. And I'm disgusted to even say it. Okay.
Who you got?
I'm just saying this is available for you if need be. If you're looking to add something because you're doing a crazy parlay and you're like, let's just see what could happen. The Houston Texans are in +18 territory against the Buffalo Bills. Now, do not get it twisted.
It's not about wins and losses.
Houston is not going to win this game.
Right.
But Vegas is saying not only are they not going to win, they're going to get beat by more than 18 points. That is a lot of points. And the Texans offense really has not been as bad as we're making them to be.
I agree.
Now, I tease it up even more. That's how much I don't trust that bet.
Right.
I teased it to 22 points, right, in one of my little parlays. But +18 is a lot of points. If you trust they could do anything at all against the Buffalo Bills.
You could literally have an argument with yourself about this one, man. It's just about the point spread. And I wouldn't even admit this to Pledger if we were having a beer right now, because I don't say nothing good about the Texans when I'm in his company. But they have been playing hard.
Yes.
And I do think it is kind of tantalizing to think that they could make the game closer than people expect it to be.
I mean, think about this. The Buffalo Bills are minus 18 against a Texans team that has wins.
Yes.
And the Titans are minus 6 against the Jets. That's where I'm like, something's going on.
What do
here.
they know?
What do they know? What do they know that we don't know?
Mark this one, Edwin. This is going to be interesting when we come back to this.
So before we get out of here, let's answer a few more questions. We have Sean Harris on Facebook said, 1 point PPR flex spot, Darryl Henderson, Mike Davis, Cole Beasley, or Marquise Hollywood Brown. To me, I always like running backs over wide receivers. They're going to get carries. Wide receivers have to find opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Darryl Henderson for me is the absolute pick. The dude was, when he left, he was an RB2, if not an RB1. He's the guy. I mean, if he's playing, which he is, you play him
always. And that's me. That's how I am as well. On need, I'm putting him in the lineup based on need. So
yeah.
I'm going to put that person in a slot position that I know I can bank on at least some points. They're going to get it.
Absolutely. And then James Cowder over there said Darryl Henderson, Sony Michel, Trey Sermon, giving all injuries and timeshares. Still going to believe in Darryl Henderson there. Trey Sermon just did not impress me at all. And obviously, Sony Michel got work when Darryl Henderson was out.
True.
Darryl Henderson's going to come in, take those carries back. So I like Darryl Henderson. That's going to do that. Now, when we come back, let's talk a little bit of fantasy, right? We're going to talk about who you need to bench, who is going to be in a, or not, maybe not even need a bench, maybe just pivot, right? Figure out if there's other opportunities, because sometimes you can't bench them. It's a must play. Saquon, because of different opportunities. So Saquon did pretty good last week.
He did.
So
he did.
Just saying,
this could be a start of something good.
This could be the start of something good. Hopefully, we can pray. Right,
Yes.
We're in church right now, so we'll talk about that. But also, let's talk top 3 favorite scary movies. Quinn Hudson, now you're a big movie buff.
I am.
So I'm judging you very hard on these top 3 because horror movie genre is my genre.
All right.
So just so we're clear, just so you know.
Oh yeah,
I'm coming ready for it.
Okay, I'm with it.
And then before we leave, we will be making a Kanagi Sala bet like we do.
Oh yeah.
Quinn and I are 1-1 against each other in fantasy. I am 3-0 in the San Antonio Sports Star League because I'm a bad dude. All right, that's why. Quinn got my 1 loss in our listener league, and it was because Derrick Henry just did not show up.
Hey, you know, there's a line from one of my favorite movies, Harlem Nights, when he said, "Hey man, you only got 1 gun against all these guys. You can't shoot everybody." He said, "It's not how many people you shoot. It's who you shoot."
Oh,
so if I go 1-15 like my Dallas Cowboys were against the defending Super Bowl champion Washington football team,
it's who you shoot.
It's the one win we got was against the Super Bowl champions, baby. 1-15.
Fair enough.
Let's
now
go.
When we come back, we'll talk all that and more. This is the Fantasy Gods on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM. I'm Brandon Medina. That is Quinn Hudson. We'll see you right after this break.
It's that time of year again, and all eyes are now turning to football as teams are back on the gridiron. BetOnline.net is your #1 spot for all the pro and college football odds and news this season. Get all the updated info on players, teams, and odds to help you with your new football contests, leagues, and new survivor pools. BetOnline.net is the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite sports. Pro sports, MMA, championship boxing, golf, horse racing, they have it all. Bring the game home with BetOnline.net, where the game starts.
America's Diamond offers our 5-year, 60-month financing program every day of the year. You don't have to wait for a sale to get 5-year financing with credit approval, or wait for a sale to get our guaranteed America's Diamond price, because we treat everyone fairly and with respect every day of the year. For almost 40 years, we have designed and created our extraordinary diamond jewelry right here in San Antonio. When you buy at America's Diamond, your money stays in San Antonio. Our whole company is located here and locally owned. Our kids and grandkids go to school here. All 40 of our coworkers live and shop in San Antonio for everything. Through the years, America's Diamond has supported thousands of wonderful charity events in San Antonio. We're the official jeweler of the San Antonio Spurs and of the University of Texas at San Antonio Athletics. See our television program about diamonds and jewelry tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or see it right now at americasdiamond.com.
Welcome to Texas, where the sun is beaming down and can damage the interior of your car, even in lower temperatures. Unless you go to Mother's Window Tint, home of the Tint and Alarm Special, where you can also buy a new car stereo since 1984.
1984? That's impressive.
Mother's Window Tint has tinted cars and trucks to stop the sun from damaging their interiors. Texans like dark privacy window tint. Come to Mother's and get some. Legal and guaranteed a lifetime. Remember to protect yourself and your family. Buy an alarm today from Mother's. Starter kill, remote start, GPS locator, 24-hour live monitoring. Save $100 on the tint and alarm package of your choice. San Antonio and Austin stores. motherswindowtint.com.
Remember, do it at Mother's and save.
Cancer is a big idea for a small child.
She dreams of being a figure skater. We're trying to figure out what to do next.
Each school day, 2 classrooms of children are diagnosed with cancer.
The doctor said there's hope.
I'll be brave, Mommy.
If I could just take her place.
It's okay, Daddy.
Only research cures childhood cancer. Give today. You can help fund this life-saving research to conquer childhood cancer. Visit curesearch.org today.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Doing it.
Yes, sir.
We got Sunday Fun Day underway. You were listening to the Fantasy Gods. I'm Quinn Hudson with my man Brandon Big Poppy Medina.
Oh, yeah.
We bringing it on down in the final stretch, that last half hour, getting those lineup set.
Yo, 30 minutes? Less than 30 minutes.
Less than 30, man.
Less than 30. The Carolina Panthers are going to be running wild.
You know what I want to do? I want to go to the movie theater. I'm ignoring what you just said.
Okay.
I want to go to a movie theater and buy a tub of popcorn, which probably cost me like $15. Want to buy a tub of popcorn?
If you come to the South Side, it won't be that.
It won't be like that. Okay, but it's the same popcorn.
It's about $14.50. But yeah,
$14.50. Oh, I get the same 50 cents for $3
yeah.
of gas, man. Look at that. Hey, I want to do that. That's how I want to be because I believe the Cowboys is gonna run. Hey, man, we're about to run shot today. We're about to show people we have arrived.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So. Been hearing that for 25 years now, Quinn.
I know it, man. Hey, man, it's got to be right at some point.
At some point, you're right. Listen,
when's the last time you heard the Vikings was their year? When's the last time you heard that?
I'm just saying, but we've been to a playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We've been there a few times. I'm just saying.
Is that the bar?
Well, I mean,
we've been to a playoff
for both of our teams right now. Yeah,
we don't count playoffs. We don't count playoffs, baby. We count rings, baby. 5 of them, by the way.
I think. Listen,
you guys, y'all been to the altar many times. Y'all know how to get there.
I'm just saying, we've been there. We're always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Man. It's a scary...
My thing is just you guys are never really invited to the wedding party. You know what I'm saying? Usually.
Yeah, see, you're trying to get my gout up. I'm not gonna let you do that to me today.
All I'm saying,
baby.
All I'm saying is I feel it'd be fair to put a pair of carne guisada tacos on the line today.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll happily take the Carolina Panthers, just not even because I trust it, just to get you a little bit nervous.
I thought we were gonna go somewhere else with another pick, but if you want to go against America's team, I'll take that bet, baby.
I
thought it was gonna be one I had to kind of think about it. Look at no. Oh, we're going straight up on the 12 o'clock game with the Cowboys against Carolina.
I'm just
saying. Guisadas is on. You can just book it, baby.
Do I think Carolina's going to win? No, but I'd much rather buy carne guisada tacos because Lord knows I'm going to want some in the morning anyways.
Yes, okay.
So I'll bring you some if it means I get to have you doubting just a little bit during
good with victory.
If it just has you a little bit doubting during that game because when it kind of gets on the board, you go,
yeah. If the games don't go right, I don't even want to look at my phone.
Because as it stands, Michael and I have received carne guisada tacos.
Yes, I'm aware. But this is the day.
Have you received carne guisada?
I have yet.
Not yet. So here we go. Maybe we could bring you. Maybe we can. I'm Santa Claus. I'm out here granting wishes today.
Yeah,
okay.
See, you know what? And the only time it was Tampa Bay Buccaneers on that one.
You're
so
right.
I was kind of caught up.
You're right.
We're going to see.
So with that, let's talk a little bit about the spookiness of October. Because not only do spooky matchups arise, right? But Quinn, you're a big movie buff.
I am.
I'm a movie buff. Little pivot. What are your top 3 horror films and why, sir?
All right. So I'm gonna go quick with these. All right. The first one undoubtedly is an old school one.
Okay.
I'm going with The Exorcist.
Okay.
The evil, the sinister nature of this one is psychological warfare. Okay. It is a person being possessed and the devil weaponizing everything from the scripture to knowing about your past relatives being a shapeshifter, all of that is too much. Exorcist
Classic.
stayed with me to this day. Hard for me to watch.
How old were you when you watched it?
I was a kid. I want to say I was 7 years old.
So it is a Mexican tradition for parents to just like leave you at a Halloween party while they watch The Exorcist. So I watched, all of my cousins and I have seen The Exorcist by like 7 years old as well, simply because it's always on like Halloween parties, whatever. When we were kids,
gosh.
And parents would just go and like go outside, have a drink, and the kids are just left to watch this movie and have nightmares. So
terrifying.
It is what it is. No, you're right. Great. So number two,
Paranormal Activity, the first one.
Really?
Yes.
That is the most boring movie to the last 15 minutes.
Let me tell you. See, this is my evil is not the boogeyman. Mine is a different place. The dropping the keys. I know I put my keys here and they're not there. The random drop of a pan in the kitchen. Like all those kind of things bother me.
Okay.
My outside light, when it goes on, the motion light goes on, right? Like in Paranormal Activity by the pool, there was stuff happening. To me, those kind of things bother me. I think of an entity, so that scares me. The last one is it.
Are you afraid of clowns?
I am absolutely afraid of clowns.
That makes sense.
To this day, the light in the garage messes with me to think about that movie, because those were the eyes of the clown in that movie. So every time I go into the garage now, I'm unwilling to walk into complete darkness.
So yours are straight classics, just straight up 90s, 80s, earlier cult.
I mean,
cult
slasher flicks don't scare me, don't bother me at all. So I'm not afraid of Jason. I'm not afraid of Freddy Krueger.
Right. So one of my top three, probably number three, would be Halloween, simply because I feel like that set the tone for. As a kid, we watched it all the time. Music, the storyline, right? Everything's great. Probably one of the most revamped series, and I mean, it's constantly being redone. I think hopefully this is the last one coming October 15th.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of.
Not a fan of, but the original Halloween, awesome.
I'm a fan of the AARP Michael Myers.
Yeah,
like he's old and he's got like Avenger strength.
Right. Yes, exactly. The AARP Michael Myers. But when we were in California, we went to Pasadena to go pass by the actual house where they filmed it. And it is on a street that I'll tell you right now, this is like probably September of like 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
It felt like area. I mean, it's huge trees. No, you wouldn't even know it if you passed by it. And because it's the Halloween house, the owners of the house, at least when I went, always left a pumpkin outside just so you can have like that cool little feel. So it was really, really cool.
You felt like you were in the scene.
You felt like I was like, that's odd.
Yeah.
But it was really, really cool. So Halloween's there. For me, The Conjuring is another one, simply because I feel like The Conjuring is what The Exorcist would have been if it was made in the 2000s.
That one is a disturbing movie.
When you first watch that, it's terrifying.
Yeah, the first Conjuring.
The first time, right? The first go around. Same thing with Exorcist. Your second time watching The Exorcist, you're not going to be nearly as scared as the first. That first viewing is what matters. So that's number two. Number one, my favorite movie in the horror genre of all time, and it's honestly not even an old one. It's about 7-8 years old. Is it's a movie called Hereditary that just sticks with you and stays with you, and it makes you feel very uncomfortable, as if what you're watching should not be something you're watching. And there's a lot of background, hidden things happening, and things crawling on walls, and it's just real eerie.
Yeah, my lady Caroline, she likes that. Those are, you're speaking to her heart.
Yeah,
She
she
loves those kind of movies.
So I'm all about that one. Now, not only do we talk about scary movies, though, we have some scary matchups. So Edwin got us on the board. Let's talk about Thou Shall Bench.
Thou shall bench.
Lots of scary matchups this week. Is there anybody that you want out of your lineup because of a scary matchup?
Without question, Josh Jacobs. Sit him out. If you've got a better option, a running back option, hopefully he probably is your second running back on your lineup.
Right.
I'm not playing him. He's a game time decision. It's a Monday night game. Even if he does play, I can't feel like after missing a couple of weeks, if they don't know right now that he's going to be okay tomorrow, that's not a good sign to me that he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even Drake would be a better option, but I still wouldn't even want to go with him as a sidecar if I didn't have to.
Yeah, for me, it's a pair of running backs on both sides. So it's going to be, I don't like any of the Baltimore Raven running backs this week. That Denver defense is pretty stiff as far as upfront stopping the run. And then, of course, this one feels like a no-brainer, but the scariest matchup to me, and you might get stuck playing him, especially if you're in our listener leagues or you're in a very deep league. Usually this is about 12 to 14 team leagues, which many people are in, but Damien Harris, I mean, going against Tampa Bay, just because James White's out, do not expect him to get any type of receptions or anything like that. I mean, I would stay away from any Patriots not named Jacoby Myers. Realistically, I just don't think anything's going to come good out of it. So that's what I would be nervous about. Now, we do have another question. We have David Alejandre saying standard PPR, Mike Evans or Debo Samuel. Debo has been so consistent.
Oh, yeah.
And that's that he had a bad game.
Right.
This last game, still put up 10, 11 fantasy
I
points.
love the way they find different ways to get him the ball.
So do I.
So that's why I would definitely go with him. I think Evans, I mean, like a lot of the people, I think there's going to be a pick of the litter that Brady's going to have today. So I can't see that he's going to be like a bell cow or get overly a lot of targets. Brady's going to have the ability to just make the smart throw, which he does. That's what he does. So I don't see Evans to eat more just because Gronkowski's out.
Understandable. So when we come to also, we just did our bets and stuff. When we're also talking about daily fantasy, there's also that nervousness for many people. I know you haven't played daily fantasy much, right? I think you should start. There's a lot of free options as far as like free ones, especially on DraftKings.
All right, so I'm gonna do it today, and I'm gonna go through and pick a lineup of players. Right,
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna pick my lineup of players and weight them. I don't want to put too much money on any one player, so I'm gonna show you, and then we'll revisit that next week.
Okay. Or how about this? How about during the break, you just look at it,
all right,
get a feel for it, right? I'll
Cool.
let you know mine. So right now I have Matt Stafford at only 7,000. Derrick Henry, I'm spending a lot for simply because who else is going to do anything today? I think Derrick Henry is the go-to.
Yep.
And I got Cordarrelle Patterson at $4,900. Very, very low. Him and Mike Davis seem to be a 1-2 punch.
Wow.
The Goodwill version of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They both have been putting up 10 to 14 points in the past 3 games.
Now let me ask you, why is Matt Stafford so cheap when I would have believed that he would be one of the top fantasy QBs of the year?
So Matt Stafford is 1, 2, 3, 4. He is the the sixth most expensive QB. Patrick Mahomes is number 1 with 8,100.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know why, but I'll take the money.
Oh yeah,
I'll take it and go. So I have him, Deontay Johnson at 6,200, Michael Pittman at 5,400.
Nice.
Jalen Waddle at 4,900. Very cheap for me. And I got Mike Gesicki at 4,000. I took Corey Davis at 5,000 and the Saints defense at 3,800. So if you are playing daily fantasy, we're going to have Quinn's lineup coming up right after this. And then just to say goodbye, we're going to go ahead and pick every single game today. No bets. We're not saying make bets. We're just going to keep a tally for Quinn and I for next week. And maybe we can add in another bean and cheese taco or something.
yeah.
That. We can get a little crazy.
Let's
with
do
this.
that.
So let's do that. So after this, we'll pick every game, look at Quinn's daily fantasy lineup as a newcomer, all that and more. This is the Fantasy Gods. I'm your man, Brandon Big Poppy Medina. That's Quinn Hudson. We will talk to you soon on San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 94.5 FM, and always on the go at sasportsstar.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hi, everyone. Michael Kielbasa with Kielbasa Smoked Meats here. When you bring a package of our smoked sausage home, keep it simple. It's handcrafted in small batches and fully cooked, so you can just heat it up and enjoy. My favorite way to eat it is on a bun with mustard or wrapped in a tortilla. Try some from a store near you today, and if it's not the best you've ever tasted, I'll give you your money back. Guaranteed. Find kielbasa at a store near you today.
This is Diane Lane. If you're thinking of exercising to keep more fit, that's great. But be sure to do it right. Give your body a chance to warm up before exercising and to cool down afterwards. Learn the correct way to run, lift, or to do any of the movements in your program. Don't push yourself harder or faster than your body is ready for. Exercising properly can make you more fit, more relaxed, and generally healthier. Carelessness or abuse can do just the opposite. So be careful.
A message from the Will Rogers Institute, wrinstitute.org.
Take a moment and see if you can guess what I'm doing. I'm getting healthy by walking. Walking daily has tons of health benefits, managing weight, lowering cholesterol and blood pressure, and improving your overall mood. So, whether it's around your neighborhood or over your lunch break, just take a walk. For your free booklet, visit wrinstitute.org or call toll-free 877-957-7575 and find us on Facebook and Twitter. The Will Rogers Institute, since 1936.
Heads up, Texas.
So you don't rear end me when I'm at a stoplight.
So I can ride my bike safely.
So I don't have to write you a ticket. Heads up, Texas, because driving and using your phone is a bad combination. Talk, text, crash. Brought to you by TxDOT.
San Antonio, how are we feeling? I'm feeling mighty fine, baby. We are just 10 minutes away from kickoff of week 4 of the NFL season. We have set your lineups. We've helped answer your questions. Get them in last minute right now if need be. We're hopefully going to win you some money. We got big bets going. Right now, though, we're going to have to start picking some teams, baby. We're going to start getting a little crazy right now. So we already have 2 Carnegie-Salas on the line with the Cowboys and Panthers. I'm not very confident in the bet, simply for the fact that I'm just trying to get a little bit under the skin of good old Quinn Hudson and
Mission
the Cowboys
accomplished.
fans. So mission accomplished. That's all we wanted to do. That's it. Now, let's talk about these games, though, Quinn. So I'm going to run down the line, throw them at you. You give me your winner. I'll give you mine. And let's, if we can find a sheet. We got to get a little sheet to tally this up. But let's figure out who's taking what. You ready for this?
All right, I'm ready.
I don't think you are, Quinn. I don't think you are. So here we go. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
All righty. First game up. Let's do Cowboys versus Panthers, baby.
That's it, baby. Cowboys.
Okay. So Quinn is taking the Cowboys. I, too, will be taking the Cowboys simply for the fact that I'm a betting man and I'm not going to be crazy enough to say let's not pick the Cowboys. But the Cowboys are my pick as well. So, Quinn, with that, let's go on to the next one. We have the Giants and the Saints. Our boy Michael Jimenez is there, Quinn. What are you trusting?
I'm taking the Saints at home.
All righty, same as me. So it looks like you and I are not going to be differing too much.
Oh, that'll change
so far, simply because I think you're cheating. But the Chiefs and the Eagles get a little crazy.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Crazy. Oh, okay. I'll take the Chiefs.
Yeah, there'll be some craziness in which we go down this line.
All righty, Texans, Bills. I know you're taking the Texans, right?
Bills. Come on now.
All righty, Bills and Bills. Can you pay my bills? All righty. Cleveland Browns, Minnesota Vikings.
I'm taking the Cleveland Browns.
Okay, and I will happily take my Minnesota Vikings, and I ride or die with them. So we have that. Colts and Dolphins.
I'm taking the Colts.
All righty, Colts. I am as well. Titans and the Jets. Titans over here as well, Quinn. Lions and Bears. Oh, my.
I'm taking the Lions.
Really?
Yes.
I think if there's any game to get going, this would be the game. All right. And I got to get a little crazy with it, right? We got to have some different. I think the Lions have the better chance, but if I'm going to get a little wild, I'll take the Bears. So, football team versus the Falcons.
I'm taking the Washington football team.
So am I. Cardinals, Rams. This is a good one.
I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams as well. Seahawks, 49ers. Better hurry it up.
I like the 49ers.
Okay, I'm taking the Seahawks. See, I rushed you into it.
Oh, yeah, you pushed me on.
Steelers, Packers.
Packers.
Okay, I'll take the Packers as well. And then Broncos, Ravens. You're taking the Ravens, right?
Yep.
All righty. Buccaneers, Patriots.
You taking the Ravens also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Buccaneers, Patriots.
I'm taking the Patriots with the upset.
Okay.
I'm taking the Patriots with the upset, Edwin.
You're losing your mind.
Watch
Buccaneers, and then finally Raiders versus the Chargers Monday Night Football. That's a great game.
It is a great game, but where's that game at? I don't have it up.
I think that's in LA.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Okay. I'll take the Raiders.
Take the Raiders?
There we go.
All right.
It is set. The lineup is set. What, are we betting an extra carne guisada, an extra beat of cheese? What are we doing?
Yeah, that means a third.
A third carne guisada is betted on the line. Write it down. We have made a pact. I think that New England bet's gonna ruin it for you.
I'm still stuck in the war zone here of this
DraftKings.
DraftKings. So,
goodness gracious.
And that's with our Wi-Fi.
It's all right. Anyways, so we've picked all the games now. You have them all. We should be able to make things move. We have our big bets. We said the Titans -6 is our favorite bet of the week.
Yes.
Dangerous one.
We did.
A dangerous one. So we are now 5 minutes, a little bit less from game time. Make sure to tune in, get your meat ready.
Early games. There's some good early games.
Really good. You have the Cowboys. You have the Saints and the Giants, Vikings and the Browns. That's a fun one.
Oh yeah,
that's a real fun one. So we'll see what happens. If the Vikings win this, I'm gonna come in like Conor McGregor next week. I'm gonna be real cocky.
That kind of walk.
I'll just say that walk. But that Chargers Raiders game, oof, that's gonna be the Raiders have been very surprising.
They have been.
They've been playing very well
because of that division. People sleeping on them.
People are always sleeping, man, and people sleep on Mr. Quinn Hudson's over here because this is your first big bet getting to come in because Michael Jimenez is out. So
I look forward to starting the show next week.
Baltimore Ravens, Tennessee Titans. If you hit, you might win some people some good money.
Hey man, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You know
now.
I'll remind you if I'm right.
Stay tuned. That's Quinn Hudson. I'm Brandon Big Bobby Medina. This is the Fantasy Gods. Thank you so much for joining. Have a blessed Sunday. This is San Antonio Sports Star, ESPN AM 1250, 94.5 FM. And of course, we are always live with you guys every Sunday at sasportstar.com. We will see you guys next weekend. Have a blessed day. Go Cowboys.
Hey, sweetie, what's going on?
Well, honey, I